Okay. So, now that you've had your meeting with Rain, what are you up to next, Vern Kestis?
Walk back inside. Again, try to check the gardens for any thing that would have happened. Anything special. And then try to plan how to get inside the medical facility to see the body.
Delightful. All right. Well, does anyone want to try and grab Vern before he can do Vern things? Anyone? Anyone at all?
Does he happen to be walking past the recreation room?
Possibly.
Yeah, in the general vicinity, maybe.
If he walks past, if I see him walking past the door, I'll just yell out, "I say, you there? Could you make sure they bring in some more? What's it called? Amasec? Yes, Amasec. We appear to have exhausted their stocks."
Yeah, sorry there, Hadlock, but I'm not your errand boy.
You? Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh. Since when?
Well, since the date of my birth.
Oh, I do apologize, my good man. I was under the impression you were one of my men.
Oh. Everybody can make a mistake once.
Yes, everyone can make a mistake once. So if you could just go fetch that mistake for me, I would be much appreciative.
Ogar wants to interrupt.
Olga would like to say something to Ved.
If you find me, sure. But remember what I said.
Echo.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, what did you say?
I'm just telling Bobo that remember that there might be consequences for this.
Spoken like a true GM.
Mm-hmm. But not in that sense. No. So, if you want, you can try to find Vern.
Yeah, Bob.
Okay. Yes?
So, do you want to find Vern?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Do I need to roll?
No. We'll say you can bump into him.
Okay, I bump into him. I'm gonna say he's gonna notice that Ogre is a lot less bouncy than normal.
What is it now?
Excuse me, Mr. Castus. I would strongly suggest that you speak with the Mason Mikkel again.
And why should I?
There's something he would wish to share with you, and only you.
Whatever. Just leave me alone. I have stuff to do.
As you wish, Mr. Castus.
The fuck was that? Seriously, what the fuck is that guy? I don't think he's a patient, really. I think he's a shapeshifter.
He's been here 30 plus years.
Maybe this facility was built to encase him and him alone. You guys are just along for the ride.
Maybe. But yeah, well, I think this is a good time for an exploratory mission to the medical area.
Okay, how are you going to find it?
Well, I assume I have general idea where, which side of the building it is.
Mm-hmm. But to get permission to go there, how are you going to do that?
Well, that's what the exploratory thing was, to, figure out, is there a way to get there? I don't know out of character or in character. Well, possibly I know in character something about it, but out of character, I don't know anything about the situation. How are they securing the Med Bay area? So, some information would be, general information would be appreciated.
So are you going to make a roll?
Well, I can, but at least I think Vern would know the basics.
Yes, well, the basics would be it's part of it's leading to the parts of the facility that you are not allowed to just wander in. You have to be escorted there with a reason. So if you want to ask around about getting permission to go into the med bay, are you just going to flat out say, as part of, being a member of the Adeptus Arbites, I'd like permission to go investigate the body?
Hell no.
So you're going to try and do this sneakily?
Yeah, I said this is exploratory. So I'm trying to have a way to get there, check the body without anybody else there, to form a an honest opinion what happened.
All right. Well, basically, you are going to witness. Where's your token?
It's still outside.
Oh boy. Yep. All right. I'm going to have you go on a little trip.
Rain, don't murder me. It's the GM moving the token.
You moved him away from the garden.
Yeah, but through the garden.
No, you're not on that side of the garden. All right. So basically, as you come to a hallway leading to the medical facilities, you will witness the. Let me just center. Okay. So I should zoom in a bit more for this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you will see the director Matthews, the head of staff Pontarius, and the head nurse Felicity Crowley, leading someone in a full Adeptus Arbitrator uniform. Her helmet is presently tucked under her arm, leading her down the hallway, saying yes. And while we have reason to believe that maybe one of our patients here was directly involved with this, we understand naturally that a proper investigation is appropriate to conduct. And they will say her full name is Arbitrator Pulsar.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. I'm trying to think. I will try to follow them.
Okay.
Silently.
Indeed.
So much move silent and concealment.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I can see this horribly going wrong, but who knows? Nope, wrong kind of bracket. Sorry. It didn't take.
The worst.
Ugh.
And your concealment roll as well. Rolling their awarenesses in private.
Yeah, they're aware. Unless they're deaf and blind.
Well, it's actually going to be Arbitrator Pulsar, who they'll all turn a corner, and she'll basically be waiting for you at the corner. When you turn around, she's going to slap a hand on your shoulder pretty forcefully. So I'm just going to move all the tokens down the hallway a bit to represent how far they got. And bada boom.
Can I try to dodge?
She surprised you. Do you have any way to negate surprise?
I don't think so. Let me just quickly check. No.
It's not an attack. It's just she's got her hand resting on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So do you react in any way at this?
A little surprised, and then take a few moments to gather up and say, well, it seems I wasn't as quiet as I hoped for.
No, you weren't very quiet. She kind of sizes you up and scrutiny. She then looks to the others. This is one of your patients, I assume. And the head nurse will say, oh, yes. Naturally, Vern Castus, I can take you back to your room. No need to worry yourself. And just let the others go about their business. Arbitrator Pulsar will kind of glare at you slightly, waiting to see if you say anything.
Who's glaring?
The arbitrator.
Well, I was really interested about this.
You're saying that in character?
Yep.
Or?
I'm sorry about Vern will say this in character. I'm sorry about but something like this, tends to get my attention. It's probably the training, but this doesn't seem normal, so I'm sorry, just force of habit.
Right, so Felicity is trying to pull you away, and let's see if Pulsar takes the bait. Oh my. She's going to say, hold on a moment, Miss Crowley. Training, sir?
Well, yes. How would I word it? Officially, I have worked with Arbites for how many years? It's over 25 plus, there's a gap. So, over 25 years, well, before I got here.
And basically, are you trying to impress her?
No, just stating the facts.
Well, the head of staff will say, yes, thank you, Vern, for your interest in this, but Head Nurse Crowley can lead you back to the parts of the facility that you have proper authorization to be in.
It's like you're trying to hide something. Oh, well. I'll be on my way, then.
That is also going to catch Pulsar's attention, who's going to put her hand forward, blocking Vern from leaving, saying, this interests me. Man of 25 years, well, what's he doing here? Exactly. Director Matthews will say, well, perhaps after we've viewed the incidents report, I can also draft up the information on Vern Castus for you, ma'am. And the head of staff will also chime in saying, yes, Vern Castus here is a very special interest patient here. He's recently recovering from some very, very extreme stress related to his work with the Adeptus Arbites. And it's, it's very imperative that he's been given an opportunity to fully relax and de-stress. And that's why we're getting him away from your present investigation. You see, it's part of his well-being and his recovery that he doesn't overtax himself with these sorts of things. He's very close to being ready to be back in service to the Emperor, we assure you, but right now it's still too early for his well-being. And Pulsar will look at all four of you one at a time and say, very well, your understanding of the recovery of good, honest Imperial citizens is your business, and my business is the investigation of crimes. Until we meet again, Mr. Castus, was it?
Yes. I don't want to be rude. Miss Pulsar.
Arbitrator. What was your
I'm
rank?
sorry. A little bit rusty. Arbitrator, sorry. Until we
And
meet again.
She did ask your previous rank?
I'll roll willpower to see if I want to even try to hide. Nope. Oh dear.
You'll see her eyes just sort of like, this whole time she's had a very kind of eagle eye sternness to her, but the moment you say Mordierg, she kind of shudders slightly and says, she'll actually give you a full salute and sign of the Aquila before the head nurse practically drags you away down the hall.
As she's dragging Vern away, Vern will basically drag his feet a little bit and say, "Don't worry, I'm not on the clock." Then
The laugh is out of character.
Move away
Okay.
with his own volition.
Great. All right. Nurse Crow, or head nurse will say, "No, Vern, you know that this area is off limits, and it really isn't appropriate for you to be investigating these sort of." And as the commissar actually coming down this hallway too, Jess. Okay. All right, fair enough. Basically, head nurse Crowley is going to be kind of irked that the orderlies let you past as well. And basically, we're all just going to be crossing paths here. And she says, Commissar Hardings, as I was just explaining to Mr. Castus here, this area is off limits to patients unless they're in need of medical attention.
He raises his hands. Oh, I didn't mean to intrude. I just wanted to check on Miss Maria. She took a nasty blow to the head. I wanted to make sure she was recovering all right.
Yes, of course, I know you and Maria. Let me just see Mr. Castus to the hall, and you will wait right here, Commissar Hardings, and I'll be with you shortly to lead you to Miss Maria.
I can see myself in the recreational area. Oh, don't
Fungi,
you trust me?
Fungi, did you want to read that? And Vern, if you want to roll for that trust, go ahead and roll.
Of course. Thank you, ma'am.
No, not at all. Oh well. That might have come out a little bit sarcastically.
Mr. Castus, please, you have a lot to attend to today.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so with that done, where's Vern going next?
Well, might as well go see the architect.
Okay. So the architect's going to be back in the library if I can find his fucking token. Which one is his? There it is. To the library with you.
Mm-hmm.
He is rather frantic with grabbing various books, consulting them, mapping out, and scrapping his maps, and then trying to gather some supplies of little pens and papers, and trying to build little models, and then crushing them. And he's kind of not quite freaking out, but very, very frantic.
Hey, Mikkel. I heard you wanted to see me or something.
He'll look up and he'll realize it's you, and raises one hand to the top of his head, kind of taps it a few times rather awkwardly, takes off his glasses with his other hand, looks at the mess he's made. It just sort of pauses for a moment.
No rush.
He nods a kind of thankful nod. He puts the glasses back on, takes a deep sigh, and pushes a load of the stuff off the desk, brings out a new large document, and starts to attempt to diagram a map. And it's going to... Well, actually, I guess he should roll first, and then you should roll to determine if you can... Oh, boy. If you can make sense of what he's diagramming. Nope. No, it's maps, and they're gibberish maps, and he's obviously not drawing what he wants to draw because he keeps erasing stuff or crumpling it up and throwing it away and trying again.
I'm not a doctor or anything, so probably don't even need to listen to me, but just take a moment to breathe in and try again. Just calm down. You're basically just jumping around. Never seen
Okay,
it like this.
Oh boy, give me... Oh god, your DC is 1.
Oh, Emperor protects 100. 31.
It's 9 degrees of failure. He becomes so exasperated he just falls backwards into his chair, arms stretched, staring at the ceiling, just sort of trembling slightly every now and then, and he'll then look over, grab a book that... give me an intelligence roll.
Is it the same book I gave him
Yes.
earlier?
Yes, it is. So you don't actually have to roll if you were thinking that. And he will toss it across the room at you.
Okay.
And he will just point at the book in your hands very sternly.
Okay. I will try to figure out what got you so frantic from this book, I guess. But I'm... Mind if I ask you a favor?
His eyes are watering from near to, being in tears crying, but he'll nod his head slightly.
Do you happen to know anything about this structure's blueprints?
All right, that will cause his eyes to kind of switch from watery to glassy, and he will, may as well say it out loud. Vern, if you zoom all the way out,
Yes.
and just look at the map upside down. Now, I know you may not be as savvy as, say, the Fungals or the Jess, But are you familiar with certain symbols in the 40K universe?
Some, not all.
All right, just a second. There's a quick image I'm just going to link to everybody in TeamSpeak. Cha-cha, cha-cha-cha-cha, blip. Oops, no, that was just Fungi. Blip, that's everybody.
Blip, blip. Oh,
So
great.
Vern, give me a quick roll, Vern.
I just noticed it.
Yep, Vern, you do indeed recognize it in character, and it's incomplete. Thankfully, the construction. Woodworm was very upset that the new building was being built too far to the north. He
Mm-hmm.
was very upset about that. Speaking of, it's almost time for Word's group therapy session.
I'm going to ask before I leave there from Mikhail that would he be able to get me or draw me some sort of blueprint of the medical wing?
Oh, he'll just crack open that. Well, he'll walk over to you, offer to take the book back from your hands.
I will give it to him.
He'll flip it open and show you a series of maps for that part of the building.
Okay. Need to try to read that quickly some point. Time's running short. That's just Vern mumbling to himself. Thank you.
Okay. So anybody else want to establish anything before group therapy session?
Nope.
Well, somebody's sobered up.
Did you bring me Amasek or bloody fruit juice? Fruit juice?
Off with your head!
Damn it, boy. If this was home, I would give you such a talking to.
So, for group therapy, so far, Red Scale's the only one who's shown up so far.
Vern.
I would be there, but I'm not sure where the therapy room is.
It's where it says reception will be where group therapy will take place.
No.
Vern would take would he be able to take the book with him?
If he wants to.
Yeah, he would take it to his room for now and then get to the group therapy.
Okay. Anyone else coming to group therapy? Oh, Jess is saying depends on Maria. Well, Maria wouldn't want to keep you, but she does appreciate your attention.
Any NPCs coming?
I was just trying to determine that. You know what? I think... No, wait. Well, let's see if the Confessor has a lucid moment. Oh, what do you know? He's having a lucid moment. But yeah, I'm thinking none of the other significant NPCs are interested right now.
Okay.
Now you can attempt to sneak in if you'd like to. It's the usual 2 rolls. Concealment and silent move. Wow, even Rain is showing up for group therapy.
Have to do it sometimes, otherwise you don't get fed.
All right. Well, as Griffin attempts to sneak into the room, Mr. Wormwood would very sternly say, Trooper Griffin, if you are going to grace us with your presence, do so publicly and appropriately. Such temper tantrums. Honestly, it's like you have no discipline at all sometimes. Now then, if everyone would take their seats, we'll give the others another 2 minutes, 37 seconds, and if they are not here in time, we shall begin.
Vern will take a seat away from Ogar.
Well, fortunately for you, it seems Wormwood did not overhear Ogar speaking, so...
Havelock takes a seat. No, really, it's missing. Nah, it's just a joke.
I don't know. It is Havelock. Why don't you give me a private roll?
/W your name, right?
That's correct. Trooper Griffin, that is entirely inappropriate. And Havelock, that chair is in... I see you with that chair. Sit in it. You are not to misplace it.
Sir, honestly. I have no idea what you're talking about. I was just moving into a more comfortable position.
Please, seats. You guys should just make a circle, basically, with him at the top of the circle. So who wants to sit next to good old Wormwood? Vern, sitting right up there. Chummy chummy.
I have to be close to see. I'm old. And here.
This is the shittest circle you've ever seen.
Rain is flanking. Okay. We'll just budge her over a little and wait a minute. Oh, I just noticed something.
This just turned into something.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Yeah.
What did it just turn into?
Look at the number of people in the ring.
1, 2, 3.
I am
4,
the ruiner.
5. Oh, God damn it. The number of people were in a circle and what the symbol recognizes what this building is trying to become. Awesome.
Now then, I believe time is up. No one else is arriving. Very good then. Considering the events last night, it is most obvious that we should be discussing your reactions and feelings to the turn of events of the most accidental and untimely death of Foreman Marshall. We shall begin with Vern. You may give us your impressions of the events.
Certainly. Sorking feelings. It's not easy to me, but it's sad to see someone go before their time, especially under such strange circumstances.
Well, I would propose that it was not a time before they were meant to go. God is a knowledgeable one who will take lives when it is time for those lives to be taken.
So you're saying that God Emperor took this man because it was his time.
He will give you a kind of a hand gesture and this half nod. And what
Can I
else?
scrutinize him?
Absolutely.
Oh, fuck. Oh, well.
It's another 85. He will say, what else would you like to bear mention to of these recent events, Mr. Castus?
Well, I mean, other than what you've said, or rather what your orderly said to us, but there has also been quite nasty rumors floating around.
Oh, rumors, you say? What sort?
Well, that this wasn't an accident.
Well, it's really more of the place of a priest or someone who's more deeply connected with God to say, but is anything truly an accident if it were?
Zephra, what do you think? Vern will cut Wormwood right there.
Oh dear, Wormwood would say, he raises a finger and points it to Zephra, saying, no, this is not your turn. And then he'll point the finger to Vern, saying, that is not acceptable conduct. You will wait until the appropriate time has come for Zephra to... Are you interrupting me?
Not anymore.
Very good. Zephra gets to go after Griffin, who we all know is most unlikely to speak a damn word, who goes after Redscale, who goes after... who goes after Ogar, who will go after you, Mr. Castus. Now, rumors... We should get angry at rumors. They are here to just disrupt the natural order of things. In any event, Ogar the Unbounceable. Or, would he call you the Unbounceable? I don't think he would he'd just say Ogar. Ogar, your feelings on the recent events and how you have been coping.
I did not know the man personally, but it is a freak accident, but those things happen on construction sites.
Okay, he's being very unusual for himself, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Okay, a little scrutiny roll from... okay, and Ogar and Vern, you guys would... well, yeah, any of you can attempt a scrutiny roll on good old Wormwood.
Just a moment.
Havelock, you get a slight impression that there is some kind of ticking time bomb back there. Something's pissing him off, like usual.
And Vern's doing that. Nope, no. I'm too busy trying to tick him off at this point.
Right, Ogar, have you heard any irritating rumors?
Just let me see. I think Ogar would just say that someone died last night, and the earliest rumors was that Rain was involved.
Wormwood would then kind of smile slightly and turn towards Rain, saying, I'm certain that this gentleman is exemplary, and we could all take a great lesson from the excellent demonstration of discipline and self-control that Rain demonstrates daily. But Red Scale, what do you? And she'll actually also cut off Wormwood. Say, oh no. She'll just point to Griffin. This will cause Wormwood to scowl at her. He'll take a deep breath and turn to Griffin. And he'll say, Trooper Griffin, are you going to speak for the first time today? And Wild Dam, just so you know, you can always... oh, God. Okay. But you can always... Like, if I'm saying something directly to you as a player and you're physically able to verbalize as a player, you can verbalize your emote. You don't have to type it. And you're typing anyway.
He's scared of the voices.
Maybe his parents are... All right. Okay. Wormwood would groan typical. Now, Confessor Zephyr, it is your turn. We would like to hear your feelings and what you've heard about the events. And Zephyr will kind of postulate, well, not postulate, his posture will stiffen and he kind of erects himself. And I'm just going to do a quick roll here. Oh my. And he's basically just going to start quoting scripture in High Gothic. And that's just going to cause Wormwood to facepalm very hard. And willpower for Wormwood. The fuck? He is going to rise from his chair, take steps forward, shout, out, this is unacceptable, you will not cause a mockery of this very important therapeutic out at once. Oh! Yeah, let's see, got a command and then willpower from Sephra. Oh, Zephyr just steps forward, spouting more scripture. At this point, Wormwood's calling for the orderlies to come in and escort Zephyr out. Anyone going to do anything while that's taking place? Is Griffin trying to block the door? So you're going to attempt to block two orderlies from entering the room. Okay, there's going to be a little fight then. All right, so you roll 1d10 and add to it 5. Okay. You get to go first, Trooper Griffin. Now, combat in this game is perhaps a little complicated for a first time, so we're going to kind of speed run it a bit. And I will please just verbalize here just so that we can get through this a little quicker. How are you just body blocking them? Or are you going to try to actually physically hurt them? Or what's your game plan?
They push, I push. I'm not going to punch or anything.
Okay. So your first action then would just be to prepare yourself to push against them if they try to push in?
Yep.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a strength roll. That's a very good roll. And
I am the mountain. I do not move.
so you win the first go, but these are two guys against one. Wormwood is getting more upset about the situation while Zephyra continues to preach rather boisterously. Luck, how are you handling this situation?
Kicking back, enjoying the show.
Okay,
Hands
Rain? Sorry.
interlocks behind the head, just kind of looking quite. This is a good day.
Okay. Rain? Joe?
Sorry, I had a
Go.
little of a sneezing fit there. What was that?
Well, okay. You know what's going on in the situation, right?
Yeah, Griff is preventing the orderlies from getting in, so shit's going down, yo.
So what's Rain doing with Wormwood's back slightly to Rain and Vern?
He's kind of staring bug-eyed like in his portrait at everything.
Okay. Vern? Frosty?
Sorry, I was muted.
Okay.
I want to scrutinize him in his more angered state.
Well, his back is slightly turned to you, so you will have a penalty here, but you can go ahead.
Why does it... no. No luck. With penalty.
He seems as angry as he is any other day. This sort of shit happens every single day in a different level. I mean, today's perhaps a little bit higher than usual, but, tensions are running hot because someone was murdered last night. Bouncer? Unbounceable? Ogre?
Oh. 1 second, I whispered it to the wrong person.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Frosty. What did you say before that?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I only realized that maybe you wanted to do something more than scrutinize.
No. I was just yawning. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Who did you whisper to, though, Bob?
I accidentally whispered to Jazz.
I worry all the time. Red Scale is going to peel back and kind of pin herself in the corner. Back to Trooper Griffin. So you're still just opposing them. So go ahead and give us your strength roll for their next shove. Okay, not as good as last time. So I will just... I can't copy and paste because I already rolled, but I'll at least copy that portion of it, and then delete, and then do a new roll, and delete, and do a new roll. Oh, did it actually come through? Yes, it did. Okay. Okay, so yes, indeed, they are. They push into the room, and they are basically locking their arms through your arms. Zephyra continues to preach. Woodworm continues to shout, out, out, out right now. Get him out, then send more orderlies and get him out. Havelock just watching the show.
He leans towards Rain and goes, "It's a bloody good show."
Rain, your response? Joe?
Stupid frickin' mute button. I gotta remember to unmute myself all the time for FF split. Because I've been coughing a bit, so don't want to get that on the recording too much.
Agreed, yep.
Damn it.
So Havelock said, bloody good show. And hey, Rain just stares at him like he always stares at people, or is he saying something?
No, he'll just kind of slowly turn his head towards a bug-eyed stare, then turn it back to whatever next makes the loudest noise.
Vern?
This is not useful at all. I will sit and wait. Although there is a annoyed look in his face.
Mm-hmm. Ogar?
He's just gonna calmly sit back and watch.
Okay. So they now have you essentially grappled, Griffin. Are you going to try to escape their grapple or basically let them escort you out, or what's your plan?
Let's try to break out once.
Okay.
Is that just another strength roll?
That's correct. And this time... Actually, you know what? I just basically roll the same thing. They're working together. Yeah. And away we go. And another orderly will show up very shortly thereafter. Any of you want to do anything to impede this, or are you just going to let the escorting happen?
Let him escort them out.
Okay. After that's done, Wormwood will sigh, look at who's remaining. You will motion for Redscale to take her seat again in a very stern manner. Redscale will hesitate at first, then hesitate again, and will eventually take the seat. And Wormwood would then also motion for Havelock and Ogar to bring their seats in a little closer. We got to keep this intimate. Wildnam sent me in private. I kind of expected some help.
Too bad.
Yep. Remember, this is Vern's show, by the way, so have luck. It is now your turn to give us your feelings on the recent events and what you have come to understand of taking place.
Well, first and foremost, I think it's a bloody shambles, if I'm quite honest.
Agreed.
I mean, it's meant to be a bloody upper-class professional establishment. We can't have people just dropping like flies here and there. You know, I expect it from my fellow visitors, but from the staff, yeah? I mean, good God, man.
To be fair, it was a contract worker foreman, not a direct staff member.
Yes, which your staff members have decided to employ. Thusly, it falls on the responsibility of the establishment.
I'll be sure to bring that up with the director.
I bloody well will myself. I was just see about that.
And what further would you like to say on the matter?
He kind of looks a bit taken aback. Like there's nothing much more to say, really. It's a bloody shame, and I'm quite outraged.
Outraged.
Hush, boy,
Good
boy,
response.
Yeah, rubble.
Very good. And Rain, I would like it very much now if you will give us your impressions on the situations and your feelings on this.
I have planted a flower for the Marshal. I will remember.
It's always good to remember one's... I hesitate to use the word crimes. It's not the best of terms to use, but I'm sure you understand what I mean.
You accuse me.
No, that's why crime is not the right word, but, well, you've done many works in the name of the Imperium, put an end to many lives that were needing to be ended, yes.
Yes.
It's good not to forget. It's good to have memories of what you have accomplished.
Yes.
Excellent. I think we are making some good progress now that the disturbers are out of here. Was there anything further you'd like to add, Rain?
Why?
Well, if there's nothing further that you wanted to add, you wouldn't need to. But if you do want to add something more, it's always worthwhile to say it out loud.
Why the dagger?
And I'm just going to make a quick roll here. I've never quite understood why you had a preference for bladed weapons, Rain. I suppose it was part of your training, but it's a very good question to ask of yourself.
Why?
And I think it would be an excellent approach to take with your emotional evaluationist.
Why?
Hey, do not interrupt me, Rain. I'm still speaking. You're usually quite. If Vern, you can tell that Wormwood is actually being a lot more calm about being interrupted by Rain than he usually is about other people interrupting him, and he's trying instead to counter interrupt Rain. Are you going to do anything about this, or just let the show go on?
Let the show go on, but I was more interested on his actions about when the dagger was brought up.
He took he took just a few seconds to think of what he was trying to understand what Rain was saying. And what's the goddamn name of the evaluationist? No, that's not her. There she is. Annabelle Hind. Hind or Hind, Jess? Long eye or short eye? So long eye?
Yeah, that'd be Hind, I reckon.
Okay, Hind. Okay. So yes, Annabelle Hind. It would be an excellent a bit of deep searching within yourself with Annabelle Hind, Rain.
Why your dagger?
Rain, if you're not going to be taking this situation seriously anymore, I might have to have you escorted out as well.
I saw you.
Oh, Havelock is going to do something.
Your dagger? What's he talking about?
Frankly, Mr. Gainsborough, I believe he is having a relapse of some sort. We may have to cut today's group session short, I'm afraid.
I saw you last night.
Of course you saw me last night. I took a walk in your garden area. Of course I did not step on any of your flowers, Rain.
You left the construction site with the dagger.
I was at no such place. This is a total and utter farce. He's going to stand again. Now, Rain, I'm going to tell you once to get yourself in line and be the excellent Imperial assassin I know you are capable of being.
I don't like the sound of this. I mean, if he saw you, what were you doing with a knife?
Mr. Gainsborough, I have already explained it to you that clearly Rain is having some kind of relapse into his past eventful life, and his perception of reality is clearly not correct any longer. This session of group therapy is at an end. You may all leave while I have personal words with Rain and attempt to get him back into a manageable state. Red Scale will say, "But wait," and at that point, Wormwood will just shout, "No, out now!"
She'll be bloody
I
defensive for an innocent
saw
man.
you. I remember.
Out, 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 all of you out, now, out, 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 out. He'll just keep shouting it over top of Rain until you guys get out of the room.
This is a bloody outrage.
Indeed it is. Now get out!
You're being the bloody outrage, sir.
Just maybe take some relaxants or something. Everybody seems so tense.
So Havelock staying in the room or not?
Nah, I'll turn and leave. Just getting bloody outrage. Some damn professional you are.
Vern will
Yelling
go
at people.
outside, but he will stay outside also.
Okay.
Try to eavesdrop.
All right. Door has been closed. And there is talking going on inside, although we'll have to do that privately, Joe.
Okay.
Oh, well, actually, you know what? But before we do that, Vern, give me your roll for eavesdropping.
And I'm going to stop the recording.
God damn it.